folks, I'm Ian Baker, and today we're going to go over the 2020 Pioneer BH280. This is a great layout. You have double over, double rear bunks in the corner, a super slide here with a U-shaped dinette and a sofa, which really helps open up the living space, making this a very open floor plan. So it's great if you have younger kids, that way they can kind of run all over in the middle here, and you can keep an eye on them at night. So we take a look at the kitchen in this camper. You will see the double bowl stainless steel sink with the high-rise faucet. Fairly deep bowls in here as well, which is great, so that does make it easier to wash and rinse dishes. And then over to the side is the recessed 3-burner cooktop with the glass cover. This is a suburban unit. You can flip it up just like so. You can see the upgraded grill on there, and then the oven underneath if you want to do some baking. Also underneath, you will notice some storage. You have a little bit right there. Probably tough to fit a trash can in there. I'm not really sure what you could utilize that space for, but you may be able to find something. And then 3 full extension ball bearing drawers, and those are plenty large enough for your flatware and some of your other utensils like spatulas, serving spoons, your chef knives, things like that. Right up top is your main storage area here in the kitchen, so it'd be a great spot for some of your cups, plates, bowls, etc. Microwave off to the side, and then your hood with both a light and a fan. A little bit further up is the Dometic fridge freezer combo. So this unit, as you can see, has plenty of space here. You have a cutout for some taller items. This unit does run off both propane and electric, and also has automatic switchover. As you can see, it has the stainless looking panels on the front, helping to blend in with the rest of the kitchen. And then you get into the multimedia center, or the entertainment center here. 50-inch 4K TV. So, great TV. It is directly across from the sofa. Big TV as well. I know that's a complaint I hear with a lot of people, is that, especially in bunk models, the entertainment center, the TV is usually pretty small. Definitely not going to be an issue in this floor plan. You'll see some storage right up top, as well as storage all the way along the bottom there. Your multimedia center sits right there. That one is Bluetooth capable, controls the speakers in here as well as the ones outside. Over to the side, you'll notice good additional storage. You do have removable shelves. Now, personally, I would use this for the kids' clothes, but again, you can use that for whatever you would like. And then an additional drawer right underneath. You'll see your fuse box there, and then your propane leak detector as well. In the rear corner are the double over double bunks. 200-pound weight capacity on here, teddy bear bunk series, so it is nice and soft. LED lights on both the top and bottom. You will see the bottom one has the window there, as well as the emergency exit. So in the rare event that there is a fire, you know that the kids have an extra escape route. And then underneath, you will see good additional storage there too. Now, again, this is great extra space. You want to put kids' clothes under there. Personally, I'd probably put a little laundry basket in there, so that way the kids have a spot to put their dirty clothes. But obviously, you can use it for whatever you would like. Right outside the bathroom is the thermostat. This controls both the ducted AC as well as the ducted heat. And when we make our way back into the bathroom, I will take a seat on the toilet just to give you an idea of space. So I'm 6 foot tall. You'll see that my feet do kind of touch right up front, but you can kind of put your legs up here if you want, get like a pseudo squatty potty there. But either way, even if your legs are here, there's still plenty of room for the legs. Same thing for the shoulders. I'm not rubbing on any walls on this side. It's a shower curtain, not a door, so obviously I have plenty of space there as well. Right up front is the sink top. Decent sized sink, not huge, not too terribly small. And then some storage underneath, as well as plumbing access. You will see your hand towel ring here, mirrored medicine cabinet up in the corner, which is great. Gives you a spot to put some black tank chemicals, or you can even put those underneath if you want to put some of your cosmetics and stuff up there. Obviously, you can do that too. And then I will step in the tub shower here. So again, I'm 6 foot tall. As you can see, I do have a little bit of space. So if you're 6'1", you can probably stand in here upright. If you're any taller than that, you probably will have to bend over a little. But you do have the hand wand to make showering up a little bit easier. The shelves here as well. And if you can see, the shower curtain is it's going to be convex, so it's not it's not going to be straight across, so it does give you a little bit extra room there, so that way you can turn a little bit if you're standing in the center of the tub. And the great part about a tub as well is the fact that you can give the kids a bath. You have small kids, you know, they're not used to showers yet. You probably don't want to introduce that when you're having a fun time camping, so you are still able to give them a bath there. And then over to the off-door side is the Super Slide. So you will notice the jackknife style sofa. Great thing about the jackknife is all the storage you get underneath. So that's an excellent spot for some additional bedding or anything else. This does drop down into a bed. Again, as a 6-foot adult, you know, I'd probably have to kind of sleep in a fetal position in order to sleep here. But if you have a smaller person, it wouldn't be an issue, or another child, it's a great spot for it. You'll also see right down next to the slide is an electrical outlet. That's a great spot if you bring a vacuum. You can plug it in right there, you know, vacuum up the carpet here, or on your linoleum, or if you have like a Swiffer or something, obviously it makes life a little bit easier, you can do that too. There's a spot to store it in the corner, no matter what you bring, vacuum, Swiffer, whatever, in the pantry. I'll show you that in just a moment. A little bit of storage here up top, LED lights, of course, windows in the slides as well as on one end, helping to let in that natural light. And then you will notice the large U-shaped dinette. So I personally like a U-shaped dinette just because it gives you excellent seating capability. You can easily sit 4 people around here, and it drops down into a large bed. So if you do have adult guests that are staying, you can drop this table down, put the cushions on, you can sleep 2 adults on this bed here. Now, there are separate cushions that you actually use. You're not going to use the back cushions like you do in a lot of dinettes. This one does have separate cushions just for that tabletop in order to create that bed. Right here, as I mentioned, is the pantry. So if we take a look at this, you'll notice 3 removable shelves. The great thing about that is if you do have an upright vacuum and it's taller, you need to take this shelf out, you can. Otherwise, you get excellent pantry space. If you don't need anything else on the floor, you can bring like an organizer, some kind of shelf or rack system that you can put in there just so you can store more food items. So it is a pretty versatile space there. You'll see the mirror right up top. You kind of have the beadboard look right behind that, a shelf running across. It's a great spot to put some knickknacks, ornaments, or if you want to put your cell phones up there, you can do that. Plug them in right underneath and charge them there. You will also see the storage all the way across the bottom of that. When we step up into the bedroom, you will see right in the center is your queen size bed, and there is big storage underneath, including a convenient storage space for the cushions. As I mentioned, those are the ones that go right on top of that dinette when you make that into a bed. You have nightstands on both sides with electrical outlets. Whether you need to charge cell phones or plug in a CPAP machine, you have the ability to do it. Right up above that, mirrored wardrobe with the hanging rod going across. Additional storage connecting the two, and it is closed in, so you can have some personal items up there. And then right underneath is an LED light if you want to do some additional reading. Last thing I want to mention is right at the foot of the bed are your TV connections. So if you want a TV in the bedroom, watch a movie at night or a show, you have the capability to do that as well. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the 2020 Pioneer BH280. Starting off right up front is a power tongue jack. This makes it a lot easier to connect and disconnect from your tow vehicle because all you have to do is flip the rocker switch here. That will raise and lower the tongue. You'll also see you have a light right up front that you can switch on for added visibility at night. Directly behind that are 2 20-pound propane tanks with the cover. And a little bit further back, you will see the rails here for your battery. You will also notice that this one has a completely enclosed underbelly, which will help protect from some of the rodents and stuff in the off season, as well as the road grime when you're traveling. And it'll also help keep things a little bit warmer underneath in the colder season. Coming right up the front, you will see the diamond plating, which helps protect that front end from rocks and debris that may get thrown up by your tow vehicle. And when we come around to this side, you will see the pass-through storage. Couple things to note here. One is the fact you have a covered hinge, so that way you don't have a bunch of rust coming down your door. The other one is the key. This Pioneer utilizes the key-alike system, which is great because you are the only one that has the key to open your pass-through. A lot of manufacturers in the past, and even some that are still today, use what they call a 751 key. And it's the same for everyone, meaning that if someone has it, they can get in your pass-through, which is terrible if you're gone. So with the key-alike system, it gives you that extra security. When we take a look inside, you will see that it is a fairly large pass-through compartment as well. Same size door on the other side. So if you have, some of your grills, things like that, some larger items, you are able to fit them in there. Not only do you have a power tongue jack on this unit, but you also have power stabilizer jacks. Now remember, this doesn't mean that it's any kind of leveling system. You still want to level the camper out, but once you have it all leveled out, all you have to do is just push the button here to extend down your stabilizer jacks. That way your coach isn't going to rock around as you're moving inside. You will see that this one has 3 steps to enter, as well as the large grab handle, so that's great. That big grab handle gives you a little more, I guess, not necessarily control, but it's a little bit easier to grab when you're entering or exiting that RV. Right up top is the power awning. Touch a button to roll that out. Same thing to have it go back in, and it has the LED light strip. And underneath that, you will see your 2 outside speakers. Now, something to note about those speakers, as I mentioned inside, those are controlled by that multimedia center, but that unit is Bluetooth capable. If TV is more your speed, you'd rather watch TV out here, they do have a cable outlet as well as electrical outlet right here on the campsite underneath that awning, exactly where you want it. Right next to that is your fresh tank fill. So as you're filling your fresh tank, you know, don't start whipping the water over here, getting the electrical outlet, that'd be bad news. But if you are planning to go somewhere where you don't have city water, you will obviously want to take water with you. That is where you will fill it up at. Making our way back a little bit further, we get to the back here, and this is probably one of my favorite parts about a bunk model. I say this all the time, but I mean it from the bottom of my heart, and that is the outside kitchen. I love an outside kitchen. I love cooking outside, and the fact that I can have beverages, condiments, everything right out here. It's easier for the kids to grab. It's easier for me to grab. I don't have to bring all the dirt in and out of the camper. A little bit of storage up top there for plates, cups, anything else you need to toss up. Pull this out, you'll see the 2-burner cooktop as well as the sink here. It is just a wash basin, it's not plumbed or anything. So you put your faucet in, and then when it fills up, you just dump it. Nice and easy to use. You'll also see again, right next to that is your other control for your stabilizer jack. And then you will also see right down here that propane quick connects. Now that is intended for this 2-burner cooktop, but if you have another grill or something you want to hook up, by all means you can. Just if it has a regulator on it, you'll want to take that off because the gas is already regulated up at the tank, and you don't want to double regulate it down, or else you probably won't get enough heat to cook whatever you're trying to cook. On the very back, square tubular bumper with end caps, which gives you a spot in which you can store your sewer hose. You'll also see the bumper is extended out, and they do that so they can install this rack. Now, something that's awesome about that, folks, a lot of people don't know this, but if you install like any kind of rack system or anything on most manufacturers, it voids the warranty. Because this comes from the manufacturer, obviously you are good to go. 200-pound weight capacity on here, so you can put, you know, totes of extra food, clothes, wood. If you have another cooler you want to put out in here, it's super, super useful. You'll also see they went ahead and attached the spare tire to that as well, so that way you don't have to get down on your hands and knees or anything to access the spare. Now, do bear in mind that you'll have to add the weight of the spare. You'll have to subtract that rather from the 200-pound capacity, because that, you know, is obviously that has some weight to it. When you take a look right up top, you will see the backup camera prep. If you want a backup camera, having the prep makes it easier to install, meaning it saves you money on labor. And when we come around to the off-door side, outside shower here with both hot and cold water access. You'll see your 30-amp detachable power cord plugs right in there. And then lastly, right up front, you have your city water inlet. Right in front of that is a black tank flush to wash out your black tank so you don't have to stick a hose down your toilet. All right, folks, and that wraps it up. Again, this is the 2020 Heartland Pioneer BH280. If you're interested in this bunk model and you would like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.